Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Buki. I'm a food blogger and a content creator. If you're new to my channel, I share food recipes, kitchen tips and hacks, and also lifestyle videos. So if you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Also hit the bell so you get notifications when I post new amazing content. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make this delicious marinade that's good for your grilled fish. I'm grilling tilapia fish today, but you can use it for any scaly fish that you like. It's so delicious and so good, and it's quick to put together. Let me show you how. For this recipe, I'm using whole tilapia fish. I like the red tilapia fish when I'm making stew, but I'm using this black tilapia for this grilled fish. I'm also using some paprika peppers. I'm using habanero peppers or scotch bonnet. They're called fresh peppers in Nigeria. I'm using some aromatics. I'm using fresh ginger, garlic, and 1 red onion. I'm also using some spring onions, which is also called green onions, and I'm using some fresh thyme. For seasoning, I'm using onion powder, white pepper, some salt, and some bouillon powder. I'm also going to use canola oil. You can use olive oil, just make sure to use a really good oil. First thing I'm going to do is in this pan I'm going to add some oil, and I'm just going to put it aside because in this oil I'm going to chop up my aromatics and add it in here, and I'm going to cook it and let it infuse. So first I'm going to chop my onions into smaller bits. Then I'm going to chop my paprika peppers, my ginger, my garlic. I'm going to cut my habaneros in half. I'm cutting them so that they can infuse the oil when it starts to cook. You can use a lot more habanero or scotch bonnet if you like heat. And if you're like me, just try to keep it to the minimum. You can use other fresh herbs such as basil, rosemary if you like those. They're really good for grilled fish. I'm going to pour all of this in this pan now with the oil, and then I'm going to also cut my spring onions. Just roughly cut it into any size that you like. The key is just, to allow it to infuse in the oil. Make sure that all of your vegetables are washed before you do this. Washed, drained, and if possible, dry them. I'm going to add my fresh thyme to this. I'm not plucking the leaves from the stem because when it cooks, the leaves are just going to fall off. So I'm putting this all in a pan now, and I'm going to add a bit more oil. Now don't worry if this looks like a lot of oil, and you can even use a lot more if you want, because you can keep the oil. You can take your veggies out of the oil later and use the infused oil for something else. So over medium heat, I'm going to place my pan now and just allow it to start cooking. After a few minutes, you want to stir your veggies around to just make sure that everything is cooking properly. You can use a dipper pan and use more oil, and like I said, even if the oil is a lot, you don't have to consume everything with this grilled fish. It just means that you have some infused oil now that you can use for something else later on. But you need to cook your veggies in this oil, plus you need the oil in your marinade to coat your fish so that it doesn't stick. Infusing this in the oil will take about 15 minutes. Once it's cooked, allow it to cool. When your veggies are cool, you're going to then blend them. So first I'm going to take out the stems of my thyme because you don't want to blend those. Most of the leaves have fallen off, and for those that haven't fallen off, you can just slide it off the stems. You're going to add your veggies into a blender. I'm using my Ninja blender for this because it's really quick and it just makes it smooth like in no time. Again, like I said, you need some oil. You don't have to use all of the oil, but you need a good amount of oil, to coat your fish. And this is why I said use some good oil. So if you're using olive oil, that's really good, or avocado oil or grapeseed oil. Any good oil that you have is good. Add your seasonings also into the blender and blend everything until it's really, really smooth. For this next part, I'm going to wear a glove because, man, the heat in this thing is like a lot. I could smell it when it was cooking, and even now that I've blended it, it's just like a lot of heat. So I'm putting on my gloves, but if you're brave, you can do it with your bare hands. And then I'm just going to pour this marinade over my fish. It smells amazing, you guys. Like infusing your aromatics and your peppers in oil to marinate even beef or chicken or anything like that, you guys, is so good. You want to use a generous amount of marinade for this fish because, trust me, it's that good, and you want to taste it. You want to really get in the gills and, you know, in the head. If you're going to eat the head, make sure everything is properly covered. So I'm going to cover all of my fish, getting the gills and the tails and everything. Just massage it properly. If you want to slit your fish on the side, that's fine. You can do 3 slits or 4 slits depending on the size of your fish. You can do that on either side of the fish so that the marinade gets in properly. It didn't really matter if I did it or not because I'm going to marinate my fish for 4 hours. If you have the time, do it for 4 hours or a bit longer so that the seasoning can really get in. When it's marinated, it's time to grill. So I've been preheating my oven to 180 degrees. I'm just going to put my fish in the oven now and let it grill. I brought it out after 30 minutes to cover it in some more marinade. I'm going to flip it to the other side and do this again. When you're flipping it, be very careful because the fish is cooked and is now tender and may fall apart. It's really difficult, guys, trust me, but if you've used a lot of oil, it's going to help the fish to get off the tray easier. So I'm just struggling a little bit with mine now because I didn't put too much oil, but in the end I got there. So I'm just going to grill it for another 25 minutes on this side, and you guys, this is what it looks like. This is some moist, juicy, whole grilled tilapia fish that tastes amazing. Like, I can't wait to eat it. Make sure not to leave it for too long because it dries out and you don't really get the flavor then. You can serve your fish with some chips or with some plantain and coleslaw, whatever you like, and it will be amazing. I hope you guys are going to try out this recipe. If you do, let me know. Leave me a comment down below. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them also in the comment section and I'll respond to them. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done that. And please follow me on Instagram for more meal inspiration at The Kitchen Muse. And I'll see you in my next video. Take care and stay safe. Bye-bye.